Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with their opponents. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And the opening kickoff will not be returned as that will be a touchback. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. And Lance now to throw. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Lance, a handoff here to Mostert. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
On 2nd and inches, Lance. That ball caught, Brandon Ayuk, and he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A gain of 39 that time. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Mostert, and this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
It looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on 1st and goal, and they sent that play backwards.
On 2nd and goal, Lance. They'll roll him out right, and he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Touchdown 49ers! Kyle Juszczyk. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Brady. And he fires one incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A handoff to Fournette. Breaks a tackle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A good gain of 12 yards that time. Jones with a nice gain there on 1st down as he takes his forward and call it a pickup of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Play action. Now it's Brady. That's complete to John Ross. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 35.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Brady. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, so much for bluffing the defensive line into thinking that they were going to be able to get to the quarterback. Instead, they sniffed out the screen pass and made a really nice play for lost yardage.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. There he goes, right side. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Slide for the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage.
And got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 37 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
On play action, now Brady. This one swung out here to Jones. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a second down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Fournette. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Now Brady. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. Well, why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that. The rookie gets his first interception.
Exactly right, and you're trying to limit the number of plays and offense runs. You're trying to limit the number of possessions they have. And he was a guy that I targeted coming out of college and rated very highly for his playmaking skills on defense.
And now he has his first career interception. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On second and 12, Lance. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. Shotgun now for Lance. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Niners are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up first and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
They'll run with Mostert. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Raheem Mostert. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the 49ers had 6 to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something is funny.
And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the safety, Jaquiski Tartt. And the 49ers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Throwing now is Lance. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And his kick is right there. It's good. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports? And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Brady's throw there complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. On first down, it's Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And here's Jones again on 2nd down. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Wizards are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. And now Coach Bruce Arians has made the call. His guys will go for 2. Brady will look to throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
On first down, they go with Mostert again. Finding some room at midfield. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 59 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now they'll try the jet sweep here. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Antoine Winfield up from the secondary with the tackle.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
On second down, Mostert. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, 49ers. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you can tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Brady now to throw.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off down near the 5. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Mostert. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 124 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Now a give to Mostert running right. He spins free. Oh, he sheds himself free. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Well, Raheem Mostert, remember, he established himself as a special teams guy before becoming a good runner, and he's never been one to back away from contact as he's able to run through would-be tacklers there on his way downfield.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 more there and another first down. From the gun, a run with Mostert. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Now defensively here, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. And there will be a break in the action here. They're going to take a timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back.
Faking the give to Mostert. Now Lance.
Going to throw right side here. Complete.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play. Set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him over the top.
And he'll be out of bounds. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They'll try to run this one in. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. Lance going to throw. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel there to make the grab. And the 49ers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah,
he's got him in, complete. And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning.
So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Brady now on 1st down. And now here's another interception. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart.
And the Niners are going to have it here at their own 15.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And still a little bit of time left, but the defense can't stop the clock, so 3 kneel downs should be enough to finish this one off.
And down he'll go at the 25. 193 yards rushing for him now as he closes in on a 200-yard night.
It's 2nd and inches at the 25-yard line.
A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice.
Well, Brandon, they're getting to 2-0, and this time they're able to take a knee at the end and secure the victory.
Preseason, coach said their goal, they obviously want to win everything. He said, I think we can get off to a 3-0 start. Well, here they are looking at 2-0 right now.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points,